subscribe if you haven't already. I mean, I look cute. Don't you want to see this face like almost every day? Hi guys, welcome to another lab session. If you're new here, welcome. Hi, so good to have you. Today we are trying a new makeup look. I am so excited to get into this because I just made my hair, so I'm trying to look cute. I'm trying to get the whole package. I'm not going anywhere, I'm just staying at home, but it doesn't matter. Any excuse to make up. So let's get into it.
Hey guys, so I decided to do a voiceover because I realized that the vibe was really off after that intro video. I don't understand what happened, so I decided to do a voiceover so that you guys can still enjoy this video as you watch it. So first things first, I am using my Rimmel London Stay Matte Primer. I'm just putting that on my T-zone and massaging it in because those are the areas I get oily in. Next, I move on to my brows. I am just brushing out my already sparse hairs, just trying to arrange it before I fill them in. I'm filling them in with the Davies brow pencil in 03, so that's brown, and it's kind of closer to my skin tone. It really matches my skin tone and I just like how it looks. This pencil is good because you can layer it to be as dark or as light as you want. I like to use my hairs, just follow them and trace out my brows and then fill in the middle. I go lighter in the front and darker at the ends. Now that I have gotten the desired shade, I just brush that out to make sure it's even all through the brow. And then I'm going to use the L.A Girl concealer in Cool Tan, and I'm just going to go ahead and clean out the edges, make sure they are clean and nice and crisp and everything is neat, just how I like it. I also take a little of that concealer and put on the top of the brow so that it's not too light, but then it's still neat. Now I am taking this little brush and applying the Milani Secret Cover Cream Concealer onto my lid. This is just to create a base for my eyeshadow to stick to. This is in the shade 011 Beige, and I'm just using that to cover as much area as possible so that the eyeshadow can really stick to that. Now I'm using my fingertip to properly pat that in to ensure an even coverage. Next, I am using the classic eyeshadow palette. I am using the black for this part. I'm just going to use a flat eyeshadow brush to pack on as much of that black eyeshadow as I possibly can. This eyeshadow isn't so pigmented, so you actually have to take on a lot more than you ordinarily would and really press that onto the concealer. This concealer is actually taking it beautifully. It was my first time using it, but I was happily impressed. Now that I have the desired pigment, I am going to take the purple eyeshadow in that same palette. I am using a different brush for this part just to use it as a transition color and really smoke out the top of that eyeshadow. I am just going to blend along that line and make sure that there are no harsh lines and everything is well blended. So now I am going to take a brown powder to cover up the bottom of that eyebrow and further blend the rest of that eyeshadow because there's still concealer there and it's a little moist. And now to further jazz up this already beautiful eyeshadow, I am using a little more of that concealer on the inner corner of my eyes, and then I'm taking this lime green eyeshadow, using a tiny brush for that to apply it onto the inner corner of my eyes. This is just, a little spice, something nice. You can definitely use any color you want, pink, gold, orange, whatever you want. You could even use neon powders for this, just whatever you're feeling, but this is the color I was feeling for this look. And now the main reason why I like doing my eyes for the rest of my face, the possibility of cleanup. So just clean up any excess eyeshadow or any product that may have fallen onto your skin and make the lines of that eyeshadow just really nice and crisp, and you just I just like this. Now it's time for eyeliner. I'm using a liquid eyeliner for this, but you can definitely use whatever you would want, a pencil, a gel, but this is just what I prefer. You really can't go without eyeliner for a smoky eye.
So I'm just going to use this. I can't put eyeliner to save my life, honestly, so I'm just putting this. You can see that it's a little bit would I say messy? It's not messy, it's actually clean, but then I'm not putting it in the typical, you know, traditional straight line that you would use. But you know, just use whatever works for you and make sure that you achieve a beautiful line. If you want a wing or not, I really went with a very short wing for this. You can barely even notice it. Really can't remember the name of this eyeliner. It's just a black eyeliner that I got a while back. You can really use any names or any brands that you have, just anything that will bring out the beauty of this eyeshadow. Now that I'm done with that, it's time to pop on some lashes, which I did off camera. As you can see, you already know the lashes I swear by. It's Lashes by Lash and NYX. You can check her out. I will leave her information in the description box. Next, I'm color correcting because I suffer from hyperpigmentation, so I like to use color corrector to cover up any dark areas in my skin. I am using the LA Girl color corrector in orange. That covers up any dark areas that are, you know, darker than your skin and helps your foundation to blend beautifully over the rest of your face. I use a flat foundation brush for this to blend in that color corrector. I have never used a beauty blender, but you could try that in my workout for you. I just use the flat foundation brush to blend that color corrector into my skin. After color correcting, I use my foundation. So this is the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation in the shade Warm Sun. I put a few squirts of that over my face and then go over it with a flat foundation brush. This is the same foundation brush that I use for my color corrector, so I just use the other side for the foundation. This foundation dries quickly, so I actually have to work as fast as I can, blending that out with the brush first, you know, just spreading it across my face. And then I use the damp beauty blender to blend that in and make sure that everything is evenly distributed and properly blended. I actually have to work a little more precisely around my brows since I already did them, so I guess that's why people do their skin work before their brows, but nope, I still can't subscribe to that. Now I'm using the LA Girl concealer in Cool Tan and I'm using that on my T-zone for my highlighting. And of course, I'm using a damp beauty blender to blend this in. This is just, I don't know, a damp beauty blender is basically the only thing you should be using for your blending. This just makes everything, you know, the product glides on so much smoother and it's neat and nice. So now I'm using the LA Girl concealer in Toast. I like to use a liquid contour before I use a powder over it, and this LA Girl concealer is just perfect. I apply this to my nose in a Y shape, so that's from the bottom of my brow, the front of my brow, down to the tip of my nose, then along my temple, my forehead, and then under my cheekbones. So I just used the other end of my damp beauty blender to blend that in. I didn't use too much product because I'm still going to go over it with a powder. So I just go along that, and as you can see, the damp beauty blender is really blending everything beautifully. You don't want to go into your highlighted areas, and you just want to be careful so that you stick around the area where you put that contour. I like to go under my jawline because I have a pretty good jawline. I mean, thanks Dad, but I still like to put a little there just to define it. Now I'm also going to, you know, follow the Y shape that I had made with that contour on my nose. You want to show the natural flow of your nose into your brow bone. You don't want to make a straight line just down your nose. You know, people just like to put that just down the sides of their nose. I just feel like this Y shape makes it more natural, flows into your brow bone, and then it also creates a nice start to your eyeshadow. Now I'm using the classic powder. It comes in this 6 shades compact palette. I am using a semi-packed brush for this. I usually use a beauty blender, but today I'm not. I'm going to use the shade Light for my highlighted areas and the shade Chocolate for my contoured areas. I'm just taking as much of that as I can get on the brush and pressing that onto my skin. I am putting this over all the areas that I put that Cool Tan concealer.
I also like to put a little of this powder under that contour because I don't like a really harsh line there. I don't like it to look, you know, super defined. So I just put a little of that there, and then I can put the contour powder over it. And now, taking this little fluffy brush, I am going to apply the classic makeup powder in the shade Chocolate. I'm going to apply this over the contoured areas in swirls, and you know, that makes sure no harsh lines. So I'm just putting a little of that because, you know, I already put the liquid contour and that created a little bit of contour. So putting too much of the powder would make it too dark, and I don't want that. I should definitely use a smaller brush for this part, but I just like to pinch that little fluffy brush and use this to, you know, apply that contour powder to my nose. Remember to go into that white shape that's underneath the brow so that you can, you know, cover up all the areas that you had already put that liquid contour. At this point, I thought I had lifted my lash, so I had to stop and check, but it was all good. I hadn't lifted, it was still in place. Now, this is just something that is personal. I like to put a little white powder, just a generic white powder, under my eyes. I just take a beauty blender and press that under there because I feel like the smoky eye just creates a lot of darkness, so that white powder brightens it up a little more than a brown powder would. This is a personal preference, so you can do this or you can just skip this step. It's not that important. So now I am blushing. I'm just, you know, using a generic blush. It was just a random blush I got, and I'm just putting that over my cheekbones and blending that into my contour. Now, I don't know why, but I just take whatever is left on that brush and apply that to my forehead. Now, I'm taking a bigger powder brush and I'm just going to dust off all the excess powder that is on my face because I feel like I'm done. I'm not really baking. This was just me setting my face. So now I'm dusting everything, including that white powder, because, you know, it was not supposed to be left for too long. It was just to create a little brightness. And I hope you guys can see the difference. Now for my lips, I am taking the classic lipstick in Chocolate and I am just going to use that as a lip liner. I'm going to overline my lips in this. I don't know, that's just what I was feeling. So I'm using that on the top and the bottom. This dries quickly, so you want to work fast. After the classic lipstick in Chocolate, I'm going to take this random, it's not random, but I don't really remember the name. It's just a nude lipstick that I am putting in the middle where I didn't put any of the classic, and I'm just using my fingertips to blend that in. You can definitely use a brush for this part. I don't know what this attitude is. I think makeup just brings out a different side of me. Anyway, now I'm going to finish up that eye look. I am taking that purple eyeshadow I had used for the the top lid, and I'm just going to put that on the bottom lash line. I am blending that in and just going along that lash line. I'm also going to tie it up with the eyeshadow on the top, you know, just so that it looks more cohesive. I'm going to now go over that with my black eyeshadow, the black eyeshadow I had used. I'm going to put that closer to my lash line and just make sure that everything is well blended and looks nice. And now I'm using the Mabrook waterproof black eyeliner. I'm just going to line my bottom lash line to create depth and finish up that smoky eye look. So this eyeliner is really nice. I like the feel of it. And yeah, now that I am done with that, I realized I had obviously cleaned off a little of that green eyeshadow I put in the inner corner of my eye. So I'm just going over that and putting some more on to make sure that it really pops. Now onto one of my favorite parts, highlighter. So I'm taking this fan brush and I'm using the Jordana powder bronzer in 03 Sun Kissed, if I'm not mistaken. And oh, look at that highlighter, it is so nice. So I'm just putting that on my cheekbones, my temple, my forehead. I like to put a little on my forehead and then my chin. I also take my fingertip and apply a little bit of that bronzer to the tip of my nose and just a little on the bridge. That creates a nicer, you know, slim nose illusion. After that, I'm going to use this clear, well, it's not clear, it has a little bit of shimmer, but this lip gloss to just finish up that glossy lip look I was going for. And now we're done. All that's left is to use the Karité setting spray and just go all over my face. Oh my god, I'm so happy with this, you know, just how it came out.
And that is the look for today, guys. I'm really happy with how it came out. Oh my goodness, I actually forgot to put highlighter on my brow bone. Please do not forget that. But other than that, I am really happy with how this came out. I have never done this look before, so I was a bit worried. You know, I just lie down at night and think about makeup, think about what I could do. So let's add the hair to this mix. So I want a soft. Ooh, that's actually pretty cute. Yeah, guys, I love this vibe. Or I could do this. Oh yeah, okay. So I hope you guys like this. I really enjoyed creating it. I have never done this look before. I have stayed away from smoky eyes for so long. I don't know why, because I just feel they are really dramatic and I don't go to that many places. I don't go out that much. So there's really nowhere to wear this to. But now that I'm just doing this for fun, oh my god, expect like a whole lot more. So thank you for sticking through to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like me to recreate any other looks, comment in the comment section anything that you would like me to see. If you have any requests, video requests, let me know. I would definitely try to do that. And also, like this video, do not forget to do that. Subscribe if you haven't already. I mean, I look cute. Don't you want to see this face like almost every day? I try to have a new post up every Monday and Friday. So I try to post two times a week, and I am going to be trying to do that as consistently as possible. So turn on those post notifications so that you can get notified every time I have a post up. It's that little bell icon right beside the subscribe button. And yeah, share this video, tell me what you think about it, and I will see you in my next video. So until next time, please stay safe, love yourself, love everyone around you, chocolate milk or in between. Bye guys.